Hello, my name is Linda, also known as Tortagialla around the internet, and I love creative journaling and all things stationery. So today I'm going to be sharing my journal update for the end of May. Even though I'm a bit late in posting this. If you've been following in prior months, you'll notice that there hasn't been like a huge change in terms of the core journals that I'm using. I'm happy to report that I am keeping up on a minimal level. So I have this Midori 3-year diary and I'm keeping up with it on a daily basis. It's just a couple of sentences, so it's definitely very easy to do. I'm keeping it like low maintenance, so to speak. It's just writing. That's it, pen. Sometimes I might forget or I skip a day, so I have to catch up, but I definitely don't get too far behind because I don't want to forget. But again, very doable, few short sentences per day. Per entry, so it's not difficult to keep up with, and I just really am looking forward to continuing each year so that I can see like the entries per day like a year back and 2 years back. So then for my memory keeping, I have my Hobonichi cousin, and I'm basically logging what we eat and like general events on the weekly layout. Then I do memory keeping on the dailies, and I do try to keep it like on the proper date. I like having dates because it sort of reminds you to like recount the things that have happened and take notice of your daily lives, no matter like how simple you might think it is or how monotonous. But sometimes I have like more pictures, so I might ignore the dates and just like cover it up and just sort of fill it all in. So I definitely tip in ephemera, and it just sort of all depends however it works out. I don't do this on a daily basis, like I'm usually doing it weekly. But what has helped me a lot is that I don't force myself to do long form journaling. I mostly just at the end of the week, like look through all my photos, print out the ones that I like, and then tip in the photos because that's sort of like the starting point when it comes to memory keeping from me. I come from like the scrapbooking world, so I guess it's sort of like just comes naturally in that way to be like, okay, first it's about the photos, and then from there I might write something or take note or whatever. And obviously in this like phase in my life, it's mostly about my kids. So my memory keeping is very much just centered around my kids and family and like them growing up and what's going on in that sense. And whatever ephemera I have to tip in. I don't know why, but that's just how it ended up, I guess, coming from like the scrapbooking world. It's not like my personal journal. If I have personal thoughts or things just about me and things like that, it's really elsewhere. And long form journaling or stream of consciousness and that kind of thing is definitely somewhere else as well. So here in my Hobonichi cousin, I'm keeping it minimal, and I'm not necessarily adding a whole bunch of decorations or spending so much time like completing every single page. It's already super chunky because I'm tipping in so many photos, so I don't want to add like even more, washi tape or stickers or embellishments that's going to chunk it up more. So I'm just going with the flow, and thankfully the Hobonichi definitely holds up to being chunked up, so I'm cool with that. And I say this every time, but like it gets so chunky and it's sort of annoying, but at the same time I always want like my year in a book, or at least half of year. So I don't know, it's funny. There is no like perfect solution. So that's just how it is right now. So I do have this Moleskine Pocket Daily, which I bought simply because I was like into the small pocket journals. I didn't really have necessarily like I need this kind of thing. It's cute, it's small, and I mostly just write in it with a gel pen. And the idea is just to be like, okay, write something that I did this day that I accomplished, even if it's just like I rested today and recharged. It was just sort of like a nice exercise to remind myself that even if I just did nothing but survive and take care of my 3 kids, that's totally okay. It's weird because like we're always beating ourselves down for like not doing enough, wanting to check off like 100 to-do lists and things like that, but really is that the point, right? So I don't know, this journal has just become something like, okay, be like like think back and just be okay with like what it is you did accomplish. And ultimately, I want to put like an affirmation at the end of it. And I do have a lot of them collected. I don't know why. I just don't actually write it in. So you can see that this journal is very sparse right now because it's just like the couple sentences that I'm writing up to make myself like, okay, it's been like an okay day, or what I've done is okay. And it's not all about like 500 to-do items to check off. But there's a lot of space left, so I want to add affirmations because this is supposed to be like a positive, uplifting kind of exercise. But instead of writing it down because I'm in like paralysis of like, how should I do it? I want it to look nice. Do I decorate? Yes or no? So I'm like a serial screenshotter on my phone. I have so many screenshots. Like when I want to remember something or take note of something, I only have my phone. And I'm not great like how people do commonplacing where they can stop and like write down that quote and things like that because I'm with my kids and all that kind of stuff. So it's just really a lot easier and comes more naturally to me to screenshot. So I screenshot a lot of stuff on my phone. I have so many affirmations that ultimately the project is to put them in here. So it'll be like a whole little booklet of affirmations, which I think would be really nice. I just love this chunky little moleskin. It's just so cute. So soon I'm going on summer vacation. My kids are out of school. It's international travel with my kids, and it's been a long time, like we haven't visited, so we're definitely looking forward to it. But I'm of course like in the middle of things and trying to catch up and trying to finish things and trying to pack and everything. And I'm thinking about my travel journaling, and I think I'm just going to have my everyday carry with me and my travel journal, this Traveler's Diner, and that's it. I really don't think I want to bring a lot of stuff. There's just so much, and it's like I can't even decide, and I sort of don't want to stress myself out with packing a lot of journaling supplies or committing to a whole bunch when probably I'm not going to be able to get to it. I have this bad problem of like bringing all these things and then like you never use it, which is pointless. And of course, if I don't bring a lot of stuff besides like essentials, it just means I can buy whatever it is I like need, or I have space to actually buy some stationery stuff, even though I really, again, shouldn't be going nuts because I have so many supplies already. But anyways, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to bring this traveler's journal. And on that note, I should not be purchasing more things, but somehow at some point in like the past month, I got influenced and I bought this Moterm Veg Tan Olive Passport cover. Yes, I have no self-control. I really should wanted to buy the Traveler's olive covers because they were releasing, but again, I had no use for them, and since they're being added to the standard lineup, there's no rush to buy them, right? Because they're going to come back for sure. But somehow I saw this Moterm Veg Tan Passport, and I was like, hey, that's so cute, and it's Veg Tan, not the pebbled one that I'm maybe not as interested in. So, and it's inexpensive. I mean, it's not super cheap, but definitely cheaper than the Traveler's Notebooks one, and I just bought it because I wanted to try it out. And I have a mini notebook in here, which is my daily brain dump. You can see that I already finished this. It's very short because it's just some lines of brain dump, but I have found it to be very helpful. I think it's like the morning page thing, but if you can't commit to 3 longhand pages, it's fine, just do what you can. So this tiny size, because I'm so into it right now, I think it's really helpful. And the only thing that I have that I do touch on a daily basis is my everyday carry, and it's a bit crazy right now because I'm preparing for vacation and it's sort of messy. I actually made myself a monthly insert because it's so late in the year that I could not find the official Travelers Company 2023 monthly passport insert. They were all sold out everywhere, and they had them jacked up in prices in other places, so I was like, let me just order the blank ones. But before the blank ones arrived, because I was restocking all my Traveler's Notebook inserts, I made this one just printing out on my computer, but I was too lazy to figure out the booklet printing, so it's just sheets folded and glued together, so it's not really well made, and I already ripped off the cover because I thought, when the blank ones arrived, like the official inserts, I'll like rewrite it. But when they arrived, I was like way too lazy to redo everything. This monthly calendar is basically just high-level events, like the overview schedule. You know, like if we're gonna need to be somewhere or there's an appointment or something happening, that's it. So it's sort of like janky, but I'm just gonna use it like the way it is. So it's inside this pocket where I'm going to be keeping like any cache or sensitive info that has to be like covered up. And then I also have this insert that is semi-decorated, but it's for like long-term collections or things I need to take note of for like after summer, basically. Because there's a lot of stuff where it's like, I know I need to do it, but not now in the summertime. It's going to be later, you know, before like basically school starts again in the fall. And then I have another insert that is just blank pages for random notes and remembering things so I don't forget. Like jot it all down, write it all down. Like I need to make it a point to do that. So these are the things that I'm preparing basically as my everyday carry for when we leave for our vacation. And finally, the very last thing I have in my everyday carry is this Joy Journal insert. I'm calling it that. I show it on my Ko-fi feed. If you're a member on my Ko-fi, you will get a monthly video, the paper crafting tier. So I explain there like how I collage this and the idea. It's basically to record happy things so that it will uplift my mood whenever I flip through this mini insert. And it's in my everyday carry because it's just nice to have it. It's almost like how like grandparents sometimes have like their brag book of their kids and things like that. So this is similar. And of course it starts out similar because it has like my kids, my family, that kind of thing. But it could be just anything that brings you joy, like something, memories that you want to collect that every time you look at it or you're reminded of it, it's like a happy thing. So that is what this final insert is. So that's my everyday carry, and that is an overview of my journaling this past month. I'm just keeping up with my things on a minimal level, and I definitely still have loads of themed journals and like my pocket personal journal and collaging and things like that, but I don't touch them on a daily basis. It's just whenever I feel like it or whenever I have a moment. So it's very, very off and on. Like this pocket one is so close to being finished and archived. It's just so chunky, but it's very random and definitely not like dated or anything. It's just whatever. So I am preparing to go off on vacation. I'm going to have this diner, traveler's journal, and I'm just going to be busy wrapping up. So obviously for the next months, I'm probably not going to have like an end of the month video because we are traveling for like the next 2 months. So I won't have those updates, but I hope that I will have some scheduled videos because I did a lot of recording while I was doing stuff, but it's always like the editing and having to voice over and like, again, it's not rocket science, but like it's just, is there the time to do it? But hopefully if I can get those done, then I will schedule them out so there'll be something on my channel until I get back at the end of summer, or in the middle of summer, really. So how is your journaling going this year? Have you been keeping up with your lineup, or have things changed drastically? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to know how things go for people. And if you have a YouTube channel, please leave it as well. I really like to watch all kinds of journaling and stationery videos. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I really appreciate it. You can hit the like button if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel for more stationery and journaling content. In the comments below, thoughts, suggestions, questions, whatever, I definitely like to hear from you. And by the way, if you enjoy using digital printables, be sure to check out my Ko-fi feed where you can support my design work with like tips through Ko-fi, or you can join the membership, or you can also buy printables in the shop. Members in the different tiers, they get access to monthly digital paper packs as well as videos. So you can also just try things out by downloading freebies that are posted on my blog, tortagialla.com. I've been posting for years, so you'll find a huge archive of freebies to download and play with. So thank you again, and I wish you a lovely day. Until next time, bye!